بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن عبد الله بن عمرو رضي الله تعالى عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال السور قرن ينفخ فيه رواه الترمذي وأبو داود والدارمي أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Abdullah ibn Amr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrating from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, the trumpet, it is horn and it will be blown into that horn. Hadith Sharif is being narrated by Tirmizi Sharif. Commentators, they have written many things that horn will be. It is the trumpet of Israfil alayhi salatu wasalam, and the whole world compared to that horn is nothing. And Israfil alayhi salatu wasalam will blow in it twice. First for destruction and second for revival. So in this Hadith Sharif, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam described that trumpet, that how it will look like. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala connect us to Quran and Sunnah. That is what we were trying to discuss yesterday. That, the greatest destruction, how it will take place, how trumpet will be blown, who will blow the trumpet, how often it will be blown, how the trumpet looks like. Everything has been mentioned. Everything has been mentioned. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one day Rasulullah started after Fajr. He kept on speaking until Zuhr. And he started after Zuhr and he kept on speaking until Asr. And he went on and on and on. I think Hazrat Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala narrates that anything which will take place on this earth before Qiyamat, Nabi Sallallahu left nothing. Nabi Sallallahu mentioned everything. And there will be people, like we are going through this Hadith Sharif, there will be people that with physical eyes, they have not seen the trumpet of Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, but they have iman. They have iman onto the description of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam more firm than what they have seen for their whole lives. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from them. Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala, when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned everything, Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala had mentioned that when something used to take place, I used to recall, I used to remember that this is what was mentioned by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is what was mentioned by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What do we learn? That inshallah till the day of Qiyamah, there will be some believers. There will be some believers. That whatever modern and old incident will take place on this earth, they will have such connection with Quran and Sunnah that nothing will be new for them. Nothing will be new for them. They will know that this has been prophesied by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This has been prophesied by my Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala narrates that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned everything. Nasiya man nasiya wa hafiza man hafiza. Whoever forgot, and whoever remembered. So there will be two types of people till the day of Qiyamah. That some people will remember, oh Allah, this pandemic time, wallahi, du'as are becoming accepted so quickly, so hurriedly. We ask Allah that, Allah, give us risk like you had given it to Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala. Allah, give us vision like Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala. Allah, give us perception like Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala. Allah, give us like iman like Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala. Huzaifa radiyallahu ta'ala said, some people forgot, some people remember. And they have mentioned that, the forgetting also onto the different level. They said, you didn't know, but when something happened, then immediately it reminds you that, yeah, this was mentioned by my Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Huzaifa radiallahu ta'ala, who has even given the example that, you used to see somebody for some time, and then that person went for a long time. And when he comes back, that's when you remember that, this is a familiar face. Exactly on the same way, whenever anything used to happen, they used to be familiar. That when that happened, they used to remember that nothing has left by my Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Everything has been mentioned. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even Huzaifa radiallahu ta'ala said that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned about 300 people's name. 300 people's name, that till the day of Qiyamah, these 300 people, I know their name. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, I know their father's name, and they will be foundation of the fitnas. They will provoke the fitnas. They will become instrument of fitnas. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had mentioned them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such, unfortunately, just to give an example, that when our life is going on, and sometime we will have more attachment to the governmental guidelines than the supreme government's guidelines. Every briefing which take place, which has relation with our body, we will be very keen, we will be very attentive, we will pay too much of attention, we will know everything from A to Z. And this briefing is being given by Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It has only certainty, it has only firmness. It is so solid that, an example, that this earth goes to the place of sky, and sky comes down to the place of earth. That is also impossible, but that can become possible. But whatever came out from the tongue Mubarak of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it can never be changeable. It will never change. It will never change. But may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us tawfiq. That ummah, that every major, minor happening has been mentioned by their Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And they have no familiarity with the guidelines of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That is more saddening than any disease, than any virus, than any pandemic. The biggest pandemic of this ummah, that they have abandoned Quran and Sunnah. They have abandoned Quran and Sunnah. Just by this hadith sharif, that, imagine that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is mentioning that Israfil alayhi salatu wasalam, he is going to blow the trumpet. Then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam described that trumpet, how it looks like. And then, whenever, whatever Quran and Sunnah has mentioned, when you go into the, commentary, detailed commentary, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sacrifice our children and our honor and our lives for the sake of our Salafus Salihin. For one word, they will have such a lengthy debate. That how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala utilize their memories, their intelligence, their contemplation, their reflection. In what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had utilized their abilities, and just, weigh yourself that where my abilities are being utilized. Nowhere near. We are nowhere near. Oh Allah, those people who will exist till the day of Qiyamah, that they will have some sort of mizaj like Huzaifa. They will have firmness. They will have no confusion. They will have solid attachment to Quran and Sunnah. That's why, biggest blast will take place, and they will be unmoved. They will be unturned. They will be still, very still. Why? Because they will know that similar sort of prophecy has been mentioned by my Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Then now wait, like Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had mentioned that Umranu Baytil Maqdis Kharabu Yathrib. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that when Baytul Muqaddas will start flourishing, that is when destruction of Medina Munawwara will take place. In one of the hadith sharif, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had mentioned Aqrabu Salahihim Salahun, that, they will become very limited. Muslims, the ummah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they will become very limited. And that area has been drawn by Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in the Hadith Sharif. That this territory, it will be the territory of the ummah of Muhammadur Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In one of the Hadith Sharif, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that the way the snake returns to its hole, exactly on the same way Islam will return to Medina Munawwara. And we are driving very fast into those destructionful times. But there is no change in our life. We are not coming back to Quran and Sunnah. We are not returning to Quran and Sunnah. We are more worried for our physical being than being worried about our spiritual being. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. So everything has been mentioned. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam one day kept on speaking whole day. For who he spoke? For those who don't want to know Quran and Hadith Sharif. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring us back to Quran and Sunnah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us authentic ilm of Quran and Sunnah. Such authentic ilm that whatever happened, whole world become confused. But true believer, he starts worrying more. That now it is going to وَأَشَدُّ مِنْهُ سَيَكُونَ. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said in some of the riwayat that you are worried that this is bad, this is worse. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said no, more severe than that will happen. Hatta yakun al-halim hayran fihi. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, person who has forbearance, who has hilm, who has ilm, who has iman, he will be bewildered. He will be shocked. That is what is going to happen. And these types of riwayat, takes us there. That when, after end of the time, when second revival will come, what will happen? Everything has been mentioned. But, this ummah, they are more familiar to what Sky is giving, to what CNN is giving, to what BBC is giving. They are not that familiar what Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has given. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring us back to Quran and Sunnah. So that trumpet will look like a horn, and according to some ulama, that horn will be bigger size than this dunya. That's why one blowing, this dunya will stand nothing compared to that blowing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that type of destruction is going to come. So from the small chest, from the small chest, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our iman from being hazy like the imans of people who have inner disease, who have hypocrisy, who have no reality of iman. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us reality of iman without any tests and trials. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal ta'ud, ya dhal jalali wal ikram, la ilaha illa anta, zuhar al-laji'in, wa jar al-mustajidin, wa ma'man al-khaifin, ya ma'man al-khaifin. إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا على الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندام ولا مفتونين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم واقية كواقية الوليد. اللهم خذ بناصيتنا إلى البر والتقوى. اللهم علمنا الكتاب والتأويل. اللهم فقهنا في الدين. اللهم جنبنا الفتن. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من فتنة المسيح الدجال. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من فتنة المحيا والممات. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا